Welcome to the Tech Wizard Wednesday workshops. This week, I'm going to be going over AI tech stack software that I use on the regular, that I recommend to my clients, that are definitely worth checking out because they can really make things more efficient, get things done faster, and with higher quality than how things used to be for business owners, for individuals, for freelancers. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm putting together a resource using Notion to be able to share my tech stack that I have tried out myself and that I recommend. And so this is in the works. We're going to be going through this today. And starting off is Notion itself. Notion has, in the last year, launched an AI aspect of this. And so from here, if you don't know what Notion is, it's basically a build anything type of platform where they call them wikis, but essentially it's a page that can add text, media, really any type of form of communication on this page. I've embedded videos, as you can see here, and it's excellent at keeping things organized. You can dive into, what Notion is on another one, but I'm just going to pop in and show a new page and how we can start using AI to create a new page, right? I want to, let's create a press release. It now has this AI feature where it will build out these pages for you and giving you a starting place where oftentimes blank pages can be intimidating, and this can really help expedite getting this template built to be able to customize it just the way you want. The Notion has really unlimited capabilities to it. It is highly popular, and I use it in my day-to-day, mainly for keeping things organized, but also building out resource pages as you saw here, right? So this is operations dashboard for small businesses. I put information about how to use it. I put together a video, which was a previous Tech Wizard workshop on going through this. But in here, you can hop into these databases and jump into the pages that contain these sections. This is really meant to be a dashboard for a business owner to keep all the different areas of their business organized so that they know where to go. SOPs, standard operating procedures, that can be a whole database in itself. Company goals and visions. You can click on these and jump right over to that next wiki or page that contains that information. What I created initially will be top of the pyramid. This is the dashboard that can jump you in and out of things. Speaking of SOPs, I'm going to jump to this software called Tango. Tango is how to create how-to guides in minutes. When I came across this, I was really floored, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use. What this is tracking your use of online journey, and then it automatically turns it into a how-to guide really effortlessly. Let's give this a shot, shall we? I'm going to go just start off with Google, right? So I'm going to turn on toggle in the extension, and it's going to say, hey, are you ready to do this? Let's do this. All right. Now, every action I do is going to be recorded, and I'm going to be able to go to Google and say, how do I, oh, that's a good one, clear my cache. Here are the descriptions, right? But now you can actually go and look at this, and it's going to track every step you take and be able to follow along on your path to do something. So if you need to show somebody how something is done or be able to train somebody, this is how you do it, right? So we went down, we found all the things, and you can highlight and say, this is the information that we're needing. Now I'm going to come over and hit the green checkbox. It's going to pop open your Tango library. And then from here, it creates an animated process of what you just did, right? So I went to Google, typed in how to clear my cache. And then from there, it makes a step-by-step screenshot, and you can come in and update the text, right? Or add a description. So you just do it. You capture the action, and then you're able to, improve it, clean it up, edit it as needed to make it finalized. And then once you can add steps, right? So you can come in once you have that framework of like, yeah, I forgot this one thing. Then you can go to share it. It finalizes it. And this is one of the coolest things, right? Now we send that to the teammate or put it in your operations dashboard. And what's so cool about this is that they then can now, I'm going to open up in if I can open up a private window, do it here. Let me switch screens. I send this over to my teammate, and now they can, they would need this, but this is what I was hoping to show you. This guide me will actually open up that URL that you did this on, and it will create like arrows showing them in real time where to take the actions on those pages to replicate what you just did. So if the other person had the extension in there, then they would be able to just click and follow along in real time, and it doesn't get any easier than that. Tango is a really, excellent tool to be able to capture standard operating procedures, and you really want to be able to do that so that you have a standard. It doesn't get steps don't get lost, or the quality doesn't go down over time. So you're able to capture that. You save time as a business owner, and you're able to stop repeating yourself 20 times a week, trying to get others to do what that you could delegate. But also, it's a fantastic way to prepare your business to sell, right? One day you might not want to be doing all these things. As you go along through your journey of building out your business and doing these things yourselves, then delegating, and then one day selling, you got to have all these things in order to be an attractive business. Definitely check out Tango. I'll add that in the link below. Next up, I'm going to let's go with the next AI tool, Canva. Canva has been something that I've used for the last, 10 years, I think. And they have recently added in the last year some really amazing AI capabilities. You can click on just this Magic Studio and see some of the features. Let's see what they got. Hopefully that audio doesn't get this video banned. But you can see all the new capabilities, all the new tools will fill in the background. You can grab any object now, move the object around, then it fills it in the background. Like, to do this 5 years ago with Photoshop was above my pay grade. Those things, to make it look good, make it look clean, was more difficult than I was able to ever figure it out. But now with Canva, your average business professional can just jump in and make good looking images, move things around, customize it, and really own anything graphic wise along with all their templates. It's pretty amazing what can be done now. I even have the Canva app on my phone, and it's still good to use and is easy to access everything. So you can do these things on the go now. Next up, I'm going to show you Superhuman. This is an email service that I've been using for over a year now, and it literally saves probably about 3 hours a week for me. I'm able to process, you probably have 100, especially when I was running the marketing agency. I had probably 200 emails a day that I had to process through, and I couldn't miss anything that was important because a client missing a client would have been a message would have been a big issue. But this really helps me process emails very fast. It teaches you keyboard shortcuts, and so you're able to this quickly go through a large amount of emails. If I can do this without giving anything crazy away, so I'm able to just go through and be like, oh, I'm going to save that later. This is a good newsletter, and I'm going to read it later, but I typically process once a day in the late morning. But what's so really cool about this is they just added these AI capabilities to it. So I can say, hey, actually, I'll show you. I have voice to text set up on my computer now. I'm just going to start talking. Thanks so much for making this newsletter. It makes my day that you're able to consolidate all this information about AI and be able to get it to me. I really look forward to reading it when I have time. Thanks so much, and keep it coming. So this is typically how I'm doing my email responses now. And that wasn't even the cool part. I'll go through and I'll highlight this, and then there's a new AI button on Superhuman, and then it pops open this writing or prompts, and I can improve writing. I can shorten it. I can lengthen it. I can simplify it. I can fix spelling and grammar, or I can rewrite it in my voice. When I'm speaking my replies, I don't really need to use this. But if I'm doing something in ChatGPT and it helps me produce a reply for an email or like an outline for a proposal, I can bring it into here, hit rewrite in my voice, and it's studied all my previous replies in my emails. So it's actually the best, does the best job at rewriting in my voice out of any chat capabilities out there. But for this, right, I'm going to improve my writing. I just kind of stumbled my way into a response. I could now it reads clearly, it's easy and concise, and I can shorten it or lengthen it depending upon your goals. And this is something that I have a keyboard shortcut for. This is how I've learned this from Sabri Subri. Sometimes I have to do this twice to get it to actually work. Or 3 times. Dang it, not going to do it. All right. That is much cleaner than what I spoke. I like to break up the sentences because it makes it much easier to digest for the reader. That's what that prompt was trying to get it to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now I have a really clean, professional, don't got to worry about spelling errors or grammar errors or having it not make sense. I was able to quickly do a voice recording reply, clean that up, send that off, knowing that it is in its effective form of communication. And it does a really good job too of, let's see, I'll do this. This is something that I sent out for this morning, right, to invite people onto this workshop. This was done with ChatGPT. It's professional, it's clean, it does communicate what I'm saying, but it doesn't have my voice. So now I'm going to say rewrite in my voice. There you go. We're going to dive into some awesome AI tools that can totally transform your business. That does sound like me. It's going to be great. Whether you're an AI enthusiast or tech professional, there's something in it for you. So as you can see, it adds my personality, adds being, I'm pretty excited about doing these things. It does a fantastic job and literally saves me hours each week. It does come with a pretty hefty price tag. I think it's $30 a month right now. But when you weigh it to how much time I save, that's worth it to me, definitely. Next up, a very, 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 very easy website builder. Typically, when I help clients, we go over helping them with the content, like describing their business, coming up with the perfect audience that is going to buy from them, and then their offers. And if they're just looking for a very basic homepage website without the need of learning WordPress, without going to Wix and giving them money, this is a fantastic decision to just build a simple website. Let's check it out. It offers you templates, pretty good looking templates, right? I've seen other AI website builders, and this actually looks kind of like the freshest and a very appealing starting place for websites, right? And so how this works, you can create an eye-catching website in 5 minutes by entering your business information. And like I said, with the Entrepreneur's Compass, with our business strategy, we come up with all the information you need to get started with a website that really that really is speaking to your target audience. You go, you choose which template you want, you hit go, and it takes all your business information and will generate a custom website. And they'll do this all for $10 a site, which is, and you can even get one for free, right? Which probably has their name on it. Yeah, has their banner on the free version. But $10 a site, you can't really beat that anywhere of creating a website, having it work, having it custom, having it, do some basic stuff on it. And this is what really sets it apart. You can easily edit your website with AI. I never learned code. I never want to learn code. And with this feature, you're able to click that section and it'll pop open a chatbot and be like, and you can then tell it what you want it to do. How do you want to modify that element? Say, change this icon, make this color blue. You can say, I need to add a contact form. It does have limitations. If you really try and give it something complicated, it's going to freak out. But I've never seen anything this easy to be able to just tell it what you want. And if you kind of stick to your template that it started, then it is a really simple and easy way to get a website up for just your average person. Let's go with walking business, all that. Doggy gone wild. All right, that's all I'm going to tell it. Let's see what it can do. Asking me for my style. Right now, there's only these to choose from. They are working on adding more. Let's go with this one. Not only is it going to produce copy to fill in the sections of the website, but it's also going to generate images, stock images, or it might be generating them. Dang it. I offer to walk your dog or take care of your dog if you're on vacation. And I'm very trustworthy. I have a long track record and I am considered a dog whisperer, right? I am in Bellingham, Washington, and I can help out several neighborhoods in the area. What they're doing here is offering a free generation of your website, right? They didn't ask for any credit cards or anything. Of course, they're going to ask for my email so that they can follow up with me. But small price to pay to get a website built. It's going to, by default, going to have their domain name in the email, but it's really easy actually to sign up a Namecheap custom email in here and be able to get a custom domain built after it's done. I've went ahead and built my website, Hales Hypnosis. I got certified for helping people with hypnosis therapy. And so this is what I built for myself using this site. Not bad, looks good, is functional. The contact goes right to me. I can attach forms to it, and let's see what it came up for this one. Let's go. I really didn't give it a whole lot of information, right? The more information I give it, the more I'm going to be able to, out of the box, have a nice customized. All right, so let's check it out. Not bad, good headline. It's loud. It speaks to the audience. Look at all those dog pictures, right? I would swap out that picture with me, right? Because you need to sell yourself and trustworthiness of walking dogs. Decent, good photos. They look very modern. They're not like old, antiquated, stale stock images. Cute little. At Doggy Gone Wild, we believe every dog deserves personalized care. Our unique advantages lie in our unique love for animals and their commitment to well-being, setting us apart for the rest. And here, right, here's that custom AI builder where you can talk to it, fill in the background for easy read. See what it can do with that. Bam! Look at that. Don't like the color, but that is all right. What? There is a downside. Once you really, if you try and get really nitpicky with this, you're going to be running into issues. You're going to run into things that it becomes more problematic than initially. But if you can just stick to this and like update the copy and update the images and customize this for yourself, you can get this done in under an hour. Whereas I helped a friend create her own WordPress site recently. And when she was finally done and proud to show me what she got, her final version of it, I asked her, how many hours did this take you? And she said, at least 80 hours to get a WordPress site up and like something that you can be proud of. This route can do it under an hour. And so, without getting overly complicated, this is something simple you like, then this can really get a lot done for you. All right. Next up, I'm going to show off my favorite task manager, project manager software. This is, let's see, it here. All right, so this is called Taskade, and this is a project manager that I've been really impressed with. Let's go with resources to build. Project managers, I've tested out a bunch of them. This one in particular is amazing because of its AI capabilities. Oftentimes, I kind of shoot from the hip, and especially when I was working in the marketing agency, I'd talk to a client, they needed a website, they needed several services. I would then grab this and need to get that to the team so that they can get started. And oftentimes, because I was operating too fast with too many things to do, I would not make the time to go through all the steps that needed to get done in order to give the contractors what they needed in order for them to do a complete and good job, right? So a lot of that got lost in the delivery of it. But this is pretty amazing. Let's say I need a landing page for a dog walking service. Pretty crazy. All right. I hit go, and now it's going to outline the tasks needed in order to complete the project I just assigned it. So as I sit back, it is going through the meticulous steps, step by step, of what is needed as a project to get these things done. As you can see, it's extremely thorough. Some of this stuff is unnecessary, but as an overall framework, this spits this out like under a minute, right? And so you can see all these steps. That looks good. Let's do it. Create project. Whammo. Now I can go through, I can assign this section to graphic designer, copywriter, the the website designer, these things like, oh, we're not actually doing this. So I can just quickly delete them, remove those sections, trim and prune the project. And in under 2 minutes, I have a very fleshed out project outline where I can then, me and the team, multiple team members can just come in, check these things off, making sure that quality and clear understanding of what needs to happen is done. You can then create templates with these. So if you prune this and then add exactly what you need, you can really get these dialed in and then have this as a starting place for next time. This made project management feasible and realistic for me to actually take that 2 minutes to do this and be able to actually use a system instead of just trying to take notes and write things down. It really made it useful to me. I hope you saw some cool new AI tools that can really help with your proficiency of running a business, starting a business, or even being a freelancer. These tools are amazing. They save a lot of time. They make them actually these things usable and attainable for business owners and individuals to harness this power. Whereas before, we're in the age of information and it's so easy to get overwhelmed with all these softwares and responsibilities and trying to juggle 20 hats yourself and wear them. Then you're able to take advantage of these powerful tools and actually get some things accomplished. Hope you like this. Thanks for joining me this week, and tune in next week as we go through more AI innovation to be able to help you out with your week.